Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. Emergency crews responded to a tractor-trailer crash with injury early Tuesday morning. Officials say the crash took place on Interstate 80 eastbound around mile marker 268.8. Crews say the incident occurred when a truck hauling cars ran into a trailer that had disconnected from another truck. Interstate 80 eastbound was closed as crews responded to the scene, but has since reopened. A failing lithium-ion battery was determined to be the cause of a large scrap metal fire in Hazel Township on Sunday. According to officials, the fire broke out at the Eastern Metal Recycling Center around 8 p.m. Upon arriving at the scene, crews say a pile of scrap metal and appliances measuring around 100 feet square and 20 feet tall was sending up plumes of smoke. Officials say no hydrants were nearby at the scene, so over a dozen tanker trucks from Luzerne, Schuylkill, and Carbon counties worked to transport water to the fire. In total, crews estimate that around 100 first responders assisted at the scene. Crews responded to a motor vehicle crash with injuries in Ryan Township on Tuesday morning. According to officials, crews were dispatched to the area of Tuscarora Mountain Drive and State Road around 4 a.m. Upon arrival, crews say a single vehicle was found to have crashed into a tree. Officials say a female was found lying outside the passenger side of the vehicle with serious injuries. She was flown to the Lehigh Valley Hospital Cedar Crest for treatment. Coming up on WYLN News, a man is wanted by the Carbon County Sheriff's Office. Plus, a few openings remain for the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce Golf Tournament. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
It's gonna rain out.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialist, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back to WYLN News. A man is wanted by the Carbon County Sheriff's Office. Thomas Howells is wanted on charges of terroristic threats, recklessly endangering another person, disorderly conduct, and harassment. He is known to have ties to the Kunkletown area. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is asked to contact the Carbon County Sheriff's Office at 570-325-2821. A few openings remain for the annual Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce golf outing on August 15th. The Shotgun Star for the tournament will begin at 11 a.m. at the Sugarloaf Golf Course. Registration is scheduled to begin at 9:30 a.m. The event will feature 18 holes of golf, a gift bag for each golfer, giveaways, and a special on-course business exposition featuring Chamber of Commerce businesses. Tickets for the tournament also include a 1-hour premium open bar followed by a full buffet dinner and an awards program. The cost is $600 per foursome. To register, you can contact Leanne Falabelle at lfalabelle@hazletonchamber.org. The Pennsylvania Turnpike is warning residents to be wary of a smashing scam affecting the area. According to officials, random individuals have been receiving text messages claiming to be from the Pennsylvania Turnpike Toll Service asking for money. The text messages usually include urgent requests to settle outstanding toll costs before overdue charges go into effect. Anyone who receives one of these unsolicited messages should not click the link. Customers looking to safely check their accounts can visit the official PA Turnpike Easy Pass website or use the PA Toll Pay app. If you receive a fraudulent text, you can file a complaint with the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center at www.ic3.gov. Coming up on Frackville's News Choice, Chris Fulm releases Down the Path Through History with Whitehaven Part 3. Plus, we learn about the importance of evacuation plans on Firefighter Spotlight. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
Benton Rodeo presents the 39th Frontier Days Championship Rodeo and Bolorama in Benton. Cowboys and cowgirls from all over the East will compete. The excitement builds beginning July 16th and 17th with the horse show and barrel race, with the main event starting Thursday, July 18th, running every day through the weekend, and the grand finale, Bolorama, Sunday, July 21st. All shows begin at 7:30. Vendors, crafts, and food begin at 5. More details at bentonrodeo.com.
Hey guys, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're doing a laser presentation with these two beautiful people because there's going to be a series up at the Wellness Center. July 10th is a Wednesday at 6 o'clock. So stay tuned for the show and then come to the Wellness Center presentation.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide.
1-800-215-3680.
Hey, did you know Wyln posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. Wyln, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Whitehaven was starting to come into its own by the 1840s. At the same time, one of its first sons started on a unique journey in education. Warren Dusenberry had been born in Whitehaven in 1836. 4 years later, his family moved to Pike County, Illinois, which at the time was near the headquarters of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Several members of his family were converted to the Mormon faith. Although they did not immediately follow the group to Utah, they did so in 1860, settling full-time in Provo 2 years later. Dusenberry began a teaching career at what was known as the First Ward School in the Tabernacle's basement. In 1863, he and Brother Wilson established the Dusenberry School, also known as Provo High School, for which they were originally the only faculty members. It closed due to financial hardship in 1865, but reopened 4 years later, becoming an important educational institution in Utah. For this reason, the Restart School was folded into the Timpanogos branch of the University of Deseret, today's University of Utah. This too would fold from financial issues in 1875, but Brigham Young himself, who had long dreamed of the Mormons having a church university, intervened to keep the school afloat. What was then known as the Brigham Young Academy, later to become today's Brigham Young University, opened in January 1876. Dusenberry would serve as its principal for the first few months of its existence. He would later be elected mayor of Provo in 1892 and serve as a district judge. Warren Dusenberry was killed by his son with an axe in 1915 and rests today in California. Back in Whitehaven itself, the lumber boom would get another boost in 1860 with the construction of a tannery across the river. The white pine and hemlock trees that grew around Whitehaven were perfect for the tanning process, and thus every day peelers would go out into the woods, strip the bark from the trees, and take it back to the tannery, where it would be used to process leather, hides. What was known as the Lehigh Tannery grew rapidly, and at its peak was the largest tannery in the entire United States, producing over 80,000 hides a day. A town then sprung up around the business, also named Lehigh Tannery, with its own school, ice house, and other businesses. A fire broke out in the tannery in 1865, but the damaged sections were soon rebuilt. 9 years later, in 1874, however, a more severe fire broke out, burning the building down to its foundation. It was decided at this point not to rebuild. Today, the ruins of the Lehigh Tannery can be seen along an adjoining hiking trail. The loss of trees in the region had already proved catastrophic years earlier, right after the tannery had opened. On June 4, 1862, rain fell heavily for almost 30 hours in the Whitehaven area. With the surrounding hills denuded of trees from excess lumbering, rocks and other debris were swept down into the Lehigh River, where they combined with logs that had escaped from behind dams that had been breached by the deluge. The massive debris swept rapidly down the Lehigh Gorge, where they smashed through every lock, dam, and bridge in the Upper Grand, and continued their path of destruction all the way down to Canal's terminus in Easton. When the rains finally stopped, the Upper Grand was utterly ruined as a transportation network, and with the railroads rapidly rising in importance, it made little sense economically for Lehigh Coal Navigation to rebuild the stretch. Although the Lehigh Canal itself would continue operations through 1931, the Upper Grand section was never again reopened, ending canal service in the Whitehaven area.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to Firefighter Spotlight. This week we talk with Hazleton Fire Chief Donald Leschko about evacuation plans in the event of a fire.
Evacuation plan is very important. It's understanding that everyone has it, whether you're at home, whether you're at school, whether you're at work, that everybody understands the evacuation plan, that in an event of emergency, that everybody knows how to get out properly, the ways to get out of a structure, that make sure, and most importantly, that everybody has a common area to meet once they're out of that structure, so that everybody can be accounted for, that they're, again, our number one goal when we arrive on a fire scene is life safety, and we want to make sure everybody's accounted for, and that if we do, we need to do primary and secondary searches to find and locate people if they're, God forbid, trapped in a structure, so we can rescue them safely.
When making an evacuation plan, it is important to designate a meeting spot that is safe and away from the fire.
Good options, a meeting spot, especially in a home, is right, in the front of the home, near a tree, near a mailbox, a neighbor's, even a neighbor's house, a neighbor's driveway. They're all good spots. But bottom line is you want to make sure that everybody understands that where the meeting spot will be and that where everybody will go once they get out of the home.
Making sure that all exits are clear is another key aspect in executing an evacuation plan.
Bottom line is again, just make sure it's that your exits are clear, your exits are viable, that you're using. You want to make sure that they're open, that they're not cluttered. We see a lot of times we go into buildings or homes, exits are cluttered and they're closed off with stuff. Everybody thinks you can put something in front of a door or near a door. You want to be able to make sure that door opens widely as it's meant to do. And again, you want to just practice, good orderly drills. But, again, like we always say, is number one key is make sure that, working smoke detectors and CO detectors in every, home or business or school.
Chief Leschko stresses the importance of reviewing an evacuation plan and making sure everyone in the building is aware of it.
That's a good thing, even once a month, when you're doing your fire drill, you want to look over your evacuation plan, make sure it's working. And again, if you need to make changes, you make those changes. But make sure that when you make changes, no matter if it's at home, in a school or in a business, that everyone's aware of those changes, and those changes, especially in a school or a building, commercial property, those changes are properly put so that everybody's well aware of them.
That's all for this segment of Firefighter Spotlight. See you next time.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.